Yo, man, this movie is just. I mean, it was made by Seth Rogen, so you kind of think, oh, this movie could only be made, in a group meeting with a bunch of potheads. I'm pretty sure that's how it was made. So, Sausage Party. This movie just looks insane. It's just ridiculous. I should probably start with who's in it. I should probably just say Seth Rogen and friends, because it's just Seth Rogen and friends are in this movie, and Seth Rogen plays the main character, Sausage, called Frank, who's got a pretty cool shape and is full of protein. I mean, he's a hot dog. Who wouldn't like that, And in their world, the food believe that us humans are gods, and that we taking them home is like going to heaven, and that's the greatest thing that could ever occur. Until the truth unravels that we actually eat them, and that's kind of the whole premise of the movie. And this movie's funny, and the classic Seth Rogen comedy, his whole way, but it could also be a little ridiculous sometimes, but it's not too much. I should probably talk about, the plot. The plot is just Seth trying to save his friends from getting eaten, and that's kind of about it. And that's really all there is to say. Like, the whole anime thing kind of can work with the movie, which I kind of like the aesthetic. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if it was any other type, but yeah, sometimes this movie is just, it has a lot of things going on. It has a surprisingly good commentary in it. Like, it's talking about like racism and racism, and certain issues like that. Like this like these two characters who are like literally the I won't say personification, the foodification of like Iraq's hatred of like Jews, everything like that. They even have their own like areas and stuff like that, like their own separated things. They hate each other, it's just it's pretty clever, honestly. And of course you have a bagel playing the Jew, and like this falafel rap, I don't even know what that is, falafel rap playing like the Iraqi, and it works pretty funny. And of course you got like a black guy hating crackers because black people hate crackers, and it's pretty funny, but it just kind of, this movie's just weird. I'm gonna say that it just has all those little like tidbits. I mean, there's a lot of racism in this movie. I gotta tell you, it offends everybody. So don't be singled out. So I was kind of offended a little bit, but I could get over it. But I feel like someone's is gonna bitch about this movie. So just don't take it too seriously. I mean, it's just a bunch of potheads, having fun. Just worry about something else, So yeah, it's kind of like little tidbits that I like. The only real negatives to this movie is again, this movie kind of slows a bit towards the middle. A lot of movies tend to do that. A lot of movies, it's kind of hard to make a movie, guys, but a lot of movies either start off slow, pick up in height, and start and end great, or they build up great and end shitty, or they build up, go to a trench, and then kind of save the movie. This movie kind of like slows down a bit for me, but other than that, that's kind of it. I mean, seriously, if you do not like Seth Rogen movies, don't watch this movie. If you don't like like just the raunchiest movie, this movie earns the rated R title that's been given. I'm surprised this movie wasn't like NC-17 at some point, because shit. I'm pretty sure you've heard it too. The last couple minutes of this movie are ridiculous. All I hear is just over the top, insane, a little bit too far, and yeah, I gotta agree. But I loved it. Watch the movie, you'll see why. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna do a spoiler section either. I want everybody watches this. Anybody watches this movie to go in with a fresh, mind. So this movie is a little ridiculous. I mean, comedies for me are always, they need to be funny. The comedy needs to be, smart, on point, and the comedy with this, it just limits itself to a lot of food puns. I mean, occasionally, like, a lot. Here's an example. a lot of the jokes were just name dropping other foods. You know, like it was like, hey, how you like them apples? And then the apples in the background were like, what would you say? And there was a lot of that. I mean, it was kind of funny, like a little bit of comedic timing to kind of like, you know. But after a while, it just it got kind of old. And yeah, just food jokes, races, you know, stereotypes. That seems to be the main thing, and that can be funny. But after a while, it just gets a little bit too much. And you know, you want smart, comedy. And this movie seems to be about 70%, cheap, racist, jokes, and the rest is just, pretty half decent, comedy. But yeah, other than that, I had to give this movie at least a 6 out of 10. It's above average. I do gotta say it's above average because I really enjoyed the movie. I had fun with me and my friend. We were just hollering. The entire theater was just bawling. I literally, my chest was hurting. I think I was just so heaving so much. I was like, oh fuck. I was laughing my ass off. Everybody in the theater was just laughing their ass off. I'm sure people were just like, that is not a good joke, I say. But I like the movie. I recommend it if you like Seth Rogen comedies, if you like this whole crazy ass concept of sausage party. So yeah, guys, thanks for checking out this video. 6 out of 10. Pretty funny movie if you like the movie, so just go watch it. And I'll catch you guys next time. That movie, man, it's crazy. I gotta tell you though, I mean, after watching this movie, I gotta say, I'm definitely gonna, avoid eating certain foods. Not today though.